Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi is set to arrive in Colombo on April 4th for his first visit since 2019. It's a trip loaded with a lot of stocks in Tamil and Sri Lankan fishermen rights, economic ties, Tamil community issue, and long streaming Katchatheevu dispute. Joining us, Sri Lanka, Sri Mano Ganesan, a prominent member of parliament and leader of the Tamil Progressive Alliance. Mr. Ganesan, thank you for joining with us. Let's start with Modi's visit.
Yes, pleasure is mine, Mr. Mahalingam. Nice talking to you. Yeah.
Yes, sir. During a media interview, you referred India as a Sri Lankan greatest security shield. In that context, what do you mean by the greatest security shield, and what are your expectations regarding Modi's discussion with Dissanayake?
Well, exactly about the security shield, because India is the largest neighbor to Sri Lanka. It is true we have seen many kings and queens also of India warring against Sri Lanka, then the island of Sri Lanka. Once or twice, Sri Lankan kings also had taken the army to India, mainland also. So let us leave the past to the history, move into the future. Now, politically, we are a sovereign, independent nation, or country. We will never compromise our territorial integrity and sovereignty. But yet, in today's context, changing world order, we will have to move with India. There are two issues. One is India is the most closest neighbor to Sri Lanka. And I would like to refer to India as a big sister. Mind it, I'm not talking about brother, I'm talking about sister. When it says sister, it is coming with mindless softness and love, mostly. And then big sister, we have no other neighbor closest. Obviously, Maldives is there. This is a developing country. And then again, India is fifth largest economy in the world. It's going to be the third largest in a couple of decades. So why not? We let us grow with India, no issue. But as long as I said clearly, we are a separate, independent nation. India is another nation. While recognizing each other, let us get economic connectivity.
Yeah, but you are saying that India's big sister rather than brother. But another side of the story is Sri Lanka is likely moving very close with China also. So do you think that great security shield maybe get affected, or that big sister might be get some feeling of?
I would have surprised if we had not asked this about China. Well, China is also a friendly nation to Sri Lanka, obviously, correct. But China is far away. It's a long distance relative, obviously. We have no enemies in the world.
How will you tie in China's relationship? You said that India is big sister.
Yeah. Maybe uncle, long distance auntie, what do you say? I don't care. India is closest to us. I mean, we are about 12 or 14 kilometers. We're the closest territories. The distance between territories, Sri Lanka and India. So we are close. We are located so close to with India. That can't be changed. That is geography. We'll take into account. Now, China is a global power. I think it's economically and otherwise also larger than India. But however, the India, China, US, and other countries come first five countries, larger countries in the world. We understand, but yet there are China and India has its own issues between them. But we don't want that issues be settled in Sri Lankan territory. Okay, we're clear. Seesaw land. We don't want any conflict between China and India held here, sorted out here. We don't want that. Naturally, obviously, you'll understand.
Now, do you think that Sri Lankan government is maintaining a very balanced relationship between India and as well as China, or what's your take?
Yes, we would say non-aligned or balanced, whatever you call, no issue. But yet, I opened my conversation with you saying that geography we are located close to India. So you can't change that, no. There is no balance there, no. We are far away from China, very close to India. You see, whatever happens in Taiwan, South China Sea, or Vietnam, matters to China, isn't it?
Yeah.
I understand. That's correct. China being a large nation, they should take account of what's happening in their closest neighborhood.
Sri Lanka's economy is recovering depends upon the international assistance, in which India's supports is very vital. Do you believe that Modi visits will lead to increased investments between two countries? Is there concern regarding China influence also in this?
Now, let us keep China away from this.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what I say is now, uh, Honorable Prime Minister Modi is coming here. We very much eagerly await his visit. And he's coming with lots of avenues of new openings, economically, otherwise. So, in fact, when Sri Lanka went down, faced the economical turmoil, it is India which gave us opened up Indian credit line to the extent of $4 billion. Right now, we are agreed with International Monetary Fund (IMF). IMF is giving us assistance in too many 4 or 5 tranches, but well, the total amount is 2.9 billion over 4 years time.
Okay.
Well, India gave us 4 billion, bigger, more than that.
Yeah.
In one shy, and we were able to buy our food, we were able to buy our medicine, we were able to buy our manure, whatever we needed for agriculture, and petrol, everything through that. That's how we came up. So we are keeping that in mind.
Yes, I just want to move to fisherman issue now. That with 530 arrests in 2024 and 147 in 2025, Tamil Nadu fishermen are facing imprisonment in and kept hold of their boats also in Sri Lanka. So, as an advocate, you are aware about this issue very well. So, what's your take on it? Do you think that both leaders should discuss this issue and find a proper solution?
My suggestion is the government of India, central government of India, should take a head count and assist the fishermen from the Indian side, and take them, train them in the deep sea fishing, take the whole lot with the deep sea fishing, and give them a new livelihood. We can't simply close the doors. They close the doors, they break the doors and come in. That's what happens. When they come into our territory, they would see your land. Generally, any government would take action, obviously. But we will not tolerate. We will not open our guns on them. There was a time like that. They were shot at. Now it is not so. They want to take. Just understand. Sometime before, when the Rajapaksas were ruling this country, and they looked at the Indian fishermen, Tamil Nadu fishermen, as enemies. They opened fire on them. Now it is not so.
Yeah.
Nobody's opening fire. They're arresting them and keeping in our territory, and we are allowed to go and meet them or see them also. Let us sort this issue in a proper, reasonable manner.
Okay, you said India should, change their fishing pattern or etc. What Sri Lanka's concern in this regard?
Yes, because we have our sea for us, and the whatever is available in the sea for the livelihood of the fishermen, it belongs to us, isn't it? Naturally, it's Sri Lankan sea, belongs to Sri Lanka. Sri
No,
Lankan
why I'm
fishermen
asking this
should be allowed.
question that Tamil fishermen, Indian fishermen having rights to fish across Pobik. So that's why I'm just asking the question again. So they feel that they're after 74, after Katchatheevu agreement, that they are feeling that they have only limited access in this area. So as you said, we are like brothers. So can you just push Sri Lankan side also to sort out this? Find out any solution regarding this?
No, we have been very much pushed to the wall right now, I should say. Now, you referred to the 1974 Indo-Sri Lanka agreement on Katchatheevu, as penned by Prime Minister Gandhi and Prime Minister Sri Bandaranayake here. So that by that agreement, the responsibility of the territorial ownership of the Katchatheevu had been offered to Sri Lanka. Now, Sri Lanka owns that. But obviously, Indian fishermen, Tamil Nadu fishermen have some fishing rights around that area. So we should study that again, redo that again with amicable understanding agreement. We should look into the issue. But don't forget, Katchatheevu belongs to Sri Lanka, obviously. That you can't just deny it, because it's been agreed by the government of India, obviously.
Yeah, as you said, Katchatheevu is owned by Sri Lanka now, no doubt about it. But do you think that fishing rights should be reviewed again?
Yes, maybe yes. Let us see, because the Katchatheevu, I have not gone into the contents of the agreement, but well, I see the contents. The Indian Tamil Nadu fishermen's fishing rights had been also recognized in that agreement. So let us go into that and see. That's what I always say. It should be a win-win situation. We can antagonize India. We can antagonize Indian fishermen. We can antagonize government of Tamil Nadu. So similarly, from that side also, the Indian establishment should not antagonize government of Sri Lanka, antagonize people of Sri Lanka, obviously. So let us work together.
Yeah. The Tamil Nadu Chief Minister is calling the return of Katchatheevu, while Sri Lanka's consider the matter is resolved since 1974. While speaking in the assembly yesterday, Chief Minister M.K. Stalin strongly recommending Prime Minister Modi that Modi should think about reviewing of 1974 pact. So it would be potential for backlash. How will you respond to this demand?
No. Prime Minister Honorable Stalin has the right to pass any such resolution in his state assembly, because he's the chief minister over there. His party, the ruling party over there, and it's a sentiment of the people of Tamil Nadu expressed through the resolutions. But well, let us look at it, because it's an internal matter of India. It's Tamil Nadu state is a state within the Indian Union, so I can't offhandedly make any comment. But I recognize the right, I respect him, because Honorable Stalin is also a person who loved the people of Sri Lanka. When we fell into crisis, the government of Tamil Nadu also sent food and medicine to Sri Lanka. I will not forget that also. We will not never forget that also. When we sent such food and medicine to Sri Lanka, meant only for the Tamil people, I spoke in the parliament and made a request to him, Mr. Chief Minister, please don't send it as only for Tamil people, send it to all of Sri Lanka. And he recognized also that also. So that's good love and good respect prevail between us, no issue. So he has the right to pass his own resolutions. We'll take into account.
I'm just moving to Tamil issues. Like in December 24, Modi addressed the issue of Tamil reconciliation, yet Dissanayake opposes 13th Amendment, which grants powers to minorities in Sri Lanka. As a Tamil leader, what your position, and will you seeking help from Modi to advocate for this more forcefully?
No, this is it. Now Indian government intervention and approach to Sri Lankan then government, then Sri Lankan Indian government, then Sri Lankan government in 1987. We saw the 30th Amendment going into the Constitution of Sri Lanka. That is a law of Sri Lanka now. Now, Provincial Council has come into being, but right now, no Provincial Council occurs right now, because we had not had elections for some time, but we'll have elections soon. We establish not only the northern eastern provinces where Tamil-speaking people are dominated, but all 9 provinces we have provincial councils. There's no issue over it. But well, then the President Dissanayake is the leader of the JVP. When in 1987, when the Indo-Lanka Pact was inked, JVP opposed it, had a large insurgency in Sri Lanka, southern Sri Lanka. But now they appear to be changed. But recently, the government of Sri Lanka has said that they will not have elections, provincial council elections in this year, because we have already had local government elections right now, we're having it. So maybe they said it may happen next year, but it will happen. So 30th Amendment is one of the important law which is already in hand. The Tamil parties in the northern east is also has a problem, because they are not very much, not all of them in unison have also agreed to 13th Amendment. They say it is too.
It looks like a brotherhood fight.
Yeah, they say it is too little. JVP says JVP or other single extremist parties say too much has been given, but Tamil parties say too little. So we'll have to come to an agreement between. There's find a point. The only issue also there's a problem because Tamil parties are not in a common position in this respect. So I want them to be common position. Let us think and do wisely, and then make things easier.
Prime Minister Modi's visit could shift India-Sri Lanka's ties, I hope. Stay tuned for updates as this story unfolds. Thank you for watching. See you in next video.